are you? I'm Danielle. Welcome to Moonlight Intuition. Ooh, this is going to be a general reading for all you fabulous Aquarians out there. If there are messages that resonate with you in this reading, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. This really helps my channel grow, so I do appreciate that. And also, I'm going to be posting free readings every week, so if you want to keep up with that, please subscribe and like. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, all the info for that is in the description box below. All right, you kind of got 4 cards. This happened to another sign earlier too. I usually pull 3, but 2 kind of popped out at the same time. So let's just see what comes up. We have the King of Swords. We have the Moon. And then these kind of came out together. So we have the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Swords reversed. Okay, I mean, right out of the gate, it just feels worth saying that this is big Aquarius energy. The Swords is the element of air, so it's Aquarius energy. I mean, this could also be for some of you Libra energy, Gemini energy. I was like, what's the other air sign? And yeah, I mean, the Swords, the element of air, it's air. It's like communication, logic, ideas, intellect, you know. And the king really is kind of the master of his or her suit. So like the king is really like, you know, it's like self-mastery over the element of air, over the swords. But this can also teeter on, you know, the king, it's like, I feel like it's like a no bullshit way of speaking, and which is amazing. I think we need more of that. And Aquarius, like, who is more like that than you? Like, saying it like it is. And we need more of that in this life because we all have our own thing. You know, it's like with people, if we speak like passive aggressively, or we kind of dance around the truth a lot in life. And what does that solve? Nothing. But there's something here. I mean, the king, on the flip side of things, the King of Swords can sometimes be, and this is also Aquarius energy, it can kind of just be like my way or the highway, right? And so there's kind of like, you know, a call for more balance here. And it's interesting that you got the moon. Now the moon is Pisces' major arcana, and we are currently in Pisces season. And so it's like, you know, Aquarius, you are a sign of the mind. Pisces is like the inner depths of our emotions, intuition. It's like dreamy. It's, you know, it's feeling versus thinking, okay? And there's certainly a call here, and kind of ongoing for Aquarius, to kind of drop down from the mind into the heart, right? So you can really step into your true leadership. I mean, I don't know if some of you over the weekend, and we had a full moon in Virgo, which is an earth sign. It's the opposing sign of Pisces. The moon, a full moon, I mean, think what it looks like. It's like a spotlight. So to me, the moon shines a spotlight on our shadows, like on our subconscious, on things that like we kind of like would rather not look at. And this doesn't mean like deep, horrible things. It's just kind of even our imbalances, right? And so there's something here, I feel, dear Aquarius, you crazy, sexy, cool, trendy, funky, hip people who I love so much. There's something here, like the Virgo full moon and its opposing sign of Pisces season. It's like Pisces is the spirit, Virgo is the body. Pisces is human being. Virgo is human. Oh, a plane just went by. Oh, it's Sunwing. All those people going on a trip down south. Meanwhile, here in Toronto, it's like 5 degrees. I'm like, time to put on a tank top. I'm like living large. Having a carafe of water. I digress. Like the attention span of a bobby pin. I'm like, get out of your head. I'm like, ooh, a plane. Okay, so again, Pisces is human being. Virgo is human doing. Virgo is kind of, you know, the energy, and the full moons affect all of us, right? And, you know, Virgo energy is all about like kind of like tickety-boo, getting things in order, organizing things, seeing things how they should work as efficiently. It's kind of like Virgo energy is kind of in its shadow, can fall into like, things should be done my way, basically, right? It can teeter on like that nitpickiness, perfectionism, and you might be kind of there a little bit, right? But I feel like, Aquarius, you are in a very powerful place because we're in the age of Aquarius. Pluto just transited into Aquarius. It'll be in Aquarius for the next like 20 years, which is, Pluto is like all about the subconscious, which the moon is all about our subconscious. So I think there might be something that you like, if you felt like, okay, how can I put this as a metaphor? If you felt kind of you've been turned like, you know, you've had a lot of emotions turned inward, the energy right now is trying to turn you back inside out. So it's like a bit of a rebirth. And now rebirths, I mean, think of birth in general. It's like crazy, right? Like even just like a human baby being born. It's like, it's a trauma kind of, right? So I feel like I have to say, just like Aquarius, breathe, hang in there. It's almost like, okay, you need to brainwash yourself a bit, like do affirmations. Everything is as it should be. I'm exactly where I need to be. Everything is as it should be. I'm on the right path. There's no other place to be here than now. Like write things about, there's something about you. Well, especially with this moon card, and like Pisces can also be ruled by the Hanged Man, which is all a card of surrender. I think there needs to be some kind of, acceptance, surrender. And if we want to go that far, brainwashing a little bit that you are exactly where you need to be. Because Aquarius, your thing, it's like very future focused, right? In your head and not in the present moment. And always kind of like 20 steps ahead and be like, well, I should be here. Things should be this way. You got to stop shooting yourself, okay? Said with love. Because, sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. But yeah, there's something about the, like, I should be over here. You're missing what's happening right now. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what I wanted to say. It's like, you are gonna get to where you're meant to go, but things don't happen on these like, you know, antiquated timelines that we'd like them to happen. Okay, and I feel like I need to say this too. There's something, you know, okay, over the last, we were in the age of Pisces here on Earth for the last however 100 years. There were a lot of illusions in that era that did not serve us, that were like against humanity, right? And I think a lot of us are waking up to that. And if anybody, probably you are, Aquarius, like certain things. I mean, I always think of even just like, I mean, the patriarchy. It's like, it's crazy. And like, you know, think of like the 50s, that it's like those gender role dynamics in marriage. And even the fact it's like, okay, when you're 21, you should be getting engaged and then getting the house, getting the kids, getting the job. And then that's it. It's like, I mean, I'm 38, so I'm kind of like an elder millennial. So like, especially for people my age, we were really raised in that kind of boomer upbringing. And then for us, we kind of realized quick a minute, wait a minute. But a lot of people did go down that road of like, okay, I do all those things. And a lot of people were like, what? So the timeline that you may be thinking you should be on, pay attention if it's truly what's true to you, or is it still kind of the illusion that was kind of reflected back to you and all of us, right? There is, and like Aquarius, you're like the maverick here on Earth. You're like the alien. You're like the fabulous alien who's here to be like, what the fuck? Like none of this is like, we are bringing the power back to the people, and it starts with you. So to first of all, if you're like, I'm not, like if you're finding yourself almost being like, dogmatic or like stubborn, just for lack of better words, these are not judgment. It's like we all have our kind of shadows that are coming to the surface right now. So if you find yourself kind of, being this King of Swords, of being like speaking clearly, but it's almost like set in your ways of like, but not even about right now, but where you should be, to really meditate, get out of your head and into your heart. If you do not have a meditation practice or whatever modality resonates with you, you're an Aquarius. Do things your way. Don't listen to me. But if it's like a 5-minute meditation, if it's like jujitsu, if it's like whatever, yoga, walking in nature without technology, like whatever it is for you that's going to help you connect, truly connect with yourself, okay? You'll start seeing that you're like, wait a minute, what am I rushing for or towards even? Like, what am I even, because a lot of these timelines that have been set up for us are kind of falling apart, and we're kind of starting to see it's like, oh, this was all just made up, right? What, like, really think about it or feel it, right? But it's like, also you can logic your way through a lot of this. You are very smart, but it's like, why do you need to own property? Why do you need to be even in a relationship now or within the next whenever? Like, what, you know, whatever it is, like whatever, oh, I should have had children by now. Why? Or like, oh, I should be settling down, and like, why? Right? Like, why? Like, none of this is actually real. And it's like, there's no end. So to be like so stuck in the future and missing the present, it's like, there is no, it's not like you would get something that you're so obsessed with having that's like not, you don't have it yet and you want it so bad. It's not like you're gonna get that and then be like, okay, great, now I'm good, right? So Aquarius, you're here to break the illusion, and you might be going through that right now. You might be going through a bit of a rebirth that's like a bit tumultuous, and that's okay. I love you, I get it. It's like, you know, you might be, it's like the caterpillar going in the chrysalis. It's like in a chrysalis, it's like chaotic in there. It's not just like, ah. So you got to take care of yourself, okay? Because I think you are going through a big metamorphosis, and of realizing that it's like, almost like be weird Aquarius about it. Like, I am everything. I am all everywhere, all at once. I don't need, like, there is no, you're not meant to follow the Matrix timeline. So I think your true happiness lies in like, come back to your heart and imagine your leadership that you're here to do when it's like, you fucking go against the grain. You're like, I don't need anything. I have everything. And I know exactly my desires, and I'm going to move forward. I'm going to move towards the future from my heart instead of from a place of fear and being in my head and, you know, being tricked by all these, you know, ways of being that have been imposed onto us for centuries or whatever, or certainly the last century. It's like, you're meant to lead from like your alien-y way. And when I say alien, I think some of you know what I mean. Like, you guys are like the bestest, weirdest, coolest people ever. And you're not meant to be like, oh, I should have this by now, or I should be doing this by now, or I should, fuck that. Like, no, pardon my French, but no, Aquarius. You are meant to lead. You're meant to like dress in the weirdest shit and look fine as hell and be like, I'm going to say what is true to me. I want to help wake other people up to their own potential. And it's like, even like, you don't need to force opinions. It's like, you're supposed to just lead by existing, right? And so there is something here. I feel like this is kind of like, these go together, because at this point it's kind of a choice, Aquarius. Think of Stranger Things if you've seen the show. It's like everything is either in the light or in the upside down. So I could be in this room and choosing to be in it in the light or in the upside down. Basically, you can choose to be in any place in your life, any situation, any room, any relationship, any whatever, and choosing to be like, this is fantastic, this is exactly where I'm meant to be. Or be like in the darkness in the same situation and be like, oh my God, I don't have enough. I'm not enough. I should be over here. It's a choice, Aquarius, and you're fucking smart. And I was on such a passionate tirade about you. My phone ran out of space. This keeps happening. But Aquarius, yeah, you were meant to lead us into the age of Aquarius, the power of the people, by doing, just by existing, not by trying to like, don't force yourself anywhere else other than where you are here. There's a lot of potency in the now. Get back into your heart. You will know exactly where to go and what to do. And watch how the people, it'll just wake other people up and people will follow. And we just love you, Aquarius. I wish you a beautiful day.